Hello, it's Xandra from Womb to World Wellness, and I'm really excited today because I'm going to tell you one of my favorite parts of my story. I know I just light up when I tell it because it's kind of fun. So, I knew I'd been at this place. I'm kind of telling you about what I started doing to prepare my body for pregnancy once I knew that that's kind of where I wanted to be. But I want to tell you about that piece of it. I'd always kind of known that I wanted to be a mama. I knew I wanted to have kids at some point. And I was at a time in my life where I was really struggling, not knowing what I wanted to do with my life, what I saw my life as. And I'd gotten degrees in English and history, really just taking classes I loved. I worked in a bookstore for about 2.5 years, which was a wonderful experience. But I didn't really know where I wanted to go in my life. And shortly after friends of ours got married, shortly after we got married, friends of ours got pregnant. And it threw me headfirst into this new phase that I call the I want one phase. Because every time I saw a baby, it didn't matter where we were. If I was with my husband, I would tug on his arm and I'd go, I want one. I really want one. And he did too, but we knew we weren't at a place yet where that was going to happen. So I think it started to drive him a little bit crazy. And, I started seeing signs everywhere that it was the right time. And what it made me realize was that this was really pulling at me. There was something deep inside of me that knew I wanted to be a mama. And this was really real. I could feel it in a way that we don't always feel some of the things we know we want to do in our lives. You might know you want to plan a certain trip or have a certain profession or do a certain thing. But when it pulls at your soul and you're really drawn to it, you have to listen to that voice. And that was what inspired me to really start preparing myself, because I thought, I know I want to do this. And I want to do this in the best way I possibly can. So we decided that it was going to be a good chunk of time before we could really envision ourselves starting a family. So I used that time to start really preparing myself and started doing the things that I've talked about, reading the books and clearing out the products I didn't want to use, getting my healthier habits on a better track, because I knew that this was a good time to do it. I knew once I was pregnant, I was going to feel tired and overwhelmed with trying to add more new things and new habits in. I knew once I had a baby that all bets were off, because the baby was going to take up so much of my time and energy. So I really saw this as the best time to start making some of these shifts. And I have to say, it allowed me to enter the experience I had with pregnancy and even with childbirth with joy and with excitement and with less stress, because I had, I still had some of that, oh my gosh, what do I do? But, I had less of it. I felt better prepared. And going in with that mindset made such a huge difference to me. And that's what I want to share with all of you. This idea that if you have that sense in your life, that I want one sense, for whatever it is, whether it's a baby or a dream you have in your life, going in with the right mindset, getting yourself prepared with a strong foundation can make all the difference. So I would love to hear from you about what you see yourself being able to do to prepare yourself for the dreams that you have in your life. So head over to the website at wombtoworldwellness.com or the Facebook page at facebook.com/wombtoworldwellness. And this is Xandra wishing you a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace, love, and wellness.